Well, it took a while, but we eventually got the mail. So, as you guys are aware, there's been a fair few delays with the UK recently when it comes to mail. And yeah, I had to wait for the Clan Selection 1 stuff, the reprint specifically, because I did order the Spectral Duke cards from Card Market. So, I've already used those for a deck profile, and that is already on the channel. So, if you want to see Spectral Duke, there is already a video for him. So, check that out. But these cards here, well, this bag in front of me is basically the reprinted cards from Clan Section 1 that I was missing. So, yeah, I had to use the original versions for the deck profile, but it is what it is. So, yeah, let's get stuck into this, since I've waited quite a while to actually do a mail video, to say the least. So, yeah, we have Kaiden, of course. He got a reprint. So these reprints, basically, they've got like more of a glossy texture to them, as you can see there. It's like a lot shinier of a surface. But they've still got the same triple rare foiling on them, pretty much. But yeah, so they've got Kaiden and Hoel in here. I understand why they did this for a Spectral Duke, because they kind of want you to play these cards in the deck. But yeah, it's kind of weird though, because these cards already came as triple rares, so it kind of feels like a wasted reprint slot, but at the same time, I can also understand why they reprinted them. So that's that. And then, of course, we have Hoel there as well. Very nice card. Love this card in Spectral Duke. Very, very nice. Then we have Dingerin. Well-deserved foil printing, I think, because it's just been a mainstay in Gold Paladin ever since it came out in the V-Series. So yeah, nice to have this in a triple rare foiling at the very least. Looks very, very nice. Very, very cool. And yeah, last but not least, for Clan Section 1, we have Halo Shield Mark. Draw Trigger reprint, Draw PG. Nice to have these. This is legit my second pair of PGs now for Gold Paladin. So it's nice to have a spare set of these, but I'm probably going to use these mainly just because they look a bit nicer as a triple rare, mainly. But yeah, so that's that. So that is it for Clan Section 1. It's very small, but like I said, I've already done Spectral Duke, so there's no real point to showing those cards since they've already got a deck profile out for them. So yeah. So next, we're going to go straight into Clan Section 2 now, with the big box. So this will have Dual Knights, as well as Battle Sisters for Royal Paladin and Oracle Think Tank, which is really cool. So yeah, it's nice to see Dual Knights and Battle Sisters now in V-Series. Battle Sisters already had a couple of cards, but I know that Dual Knights is now, reintroduced into the series now. But Battle Sisters is like just got more support essentially to make them more of a deck, more of a full deck. So I'll put OTT to the side for now, and we'll take a look at Royal Paladin, since of course that's like my main clan. And yeah, Dual Knight. I did used to play these back in Break Ride era. Massive regret actually was that I actually didn't hold on to the Dual Knight deck. I have no idea what I did with it either. I can't remember who I sold it to or traded it to or whatever, but yeah, I just didn't hold on to it, and I really regret doing so. But it's fine, because we have a retrained Ashley now for the V-Series, so I think people have been mainly playing around with this for Sanctuary Guard and Majesty Lord. So I'll probably do both versions just to show you guys, but yeah, very, very nice to have Ashley back, and she looks really, really nice in this artwork. Very, very cool. So we have 4 copies of her, and then we have the, which one's this one called? The Lily, the Grade 2 support card. I'll just put this over here, just so we can centerize a bit more. But yeah, in that triple rare foiling, very cool. But yeah, the Dual Knights more or less like have this recycling ability going on, which is pretty cool. And they do mesh pretty well with MLB and Sanctuary Guard, respectively. So yeah. And then we have Morvidus, I believe you pronounce that. Morvidus, the Grade 1 triple rare. Pretty cool. So that is the Dual Knights. And then next we have the reprints with the Diaconnect Dragon. Looks pretty cool. It's a triple rare foil. I do like how it's like some of the triple rares like around here, but then it's not on like the cloud, for example. I do feel like they do a good job with the foiling in terms of where the place to shine. So that's pretty cool. Trying to avoid that glare there, can you see? Trying to avoid that. Yeah, I think the sun's like starting to go down now, roughly in the late afternoon. It was a bit brighter earlier, but yeah, I've had to postpone this video a little bit, doing it a bit later in the day than I would like to, but it is what it is. Then we have Marin, the triple rare reprint. Looks very, very nice, actually. This was actually a double rare before, so very nice to see this as a triple rare. Very, very pretty. That's pretty cool. And then we have the Alt-Mile support card with Edith. So yeah, this card is very good. It makes Alt-Mile a lot better and is able to keep up, at least, with the way decks are now with the V-Series decks. But yeah, it allows you to get the turn 3 crits going and the power with the Aerial Divine Knight. So pretty cool to have that now. So do expect an Alt-Mile update at some point. And lastly, we have the Isolt, the Draw Trigger PG reprint. I actually already own. Try to get my words out, Jesus. I actually already own a playset of Isolt in Triple Rare from the trial decks, I believe it was, from last year, with Alt-Mile, Chronojet, and Asher. Yeah, they did like a promo version where you get like a Triple Rare version of the PG from the trial deck, and obviously Isolt was the draw PG from the trial deck then. So yeah, second set of this, pretty nice to have. So we'll probably put that in the other deck that doesn't have the promo ones in them. So that's pretty cool. So lastly, for Clan Selection Volume 2, we have OTT with Battle Sisters with Fromage. So we'll have a look at these. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Battle Sisters to playing with this deck. I think of all the decks in OTT, the ones I enjoyed most were like Magus, Tsukuyomi I didn't mind. Susanoo I did like, but I don't know, just didn't vibe with me as much. But yeah, the Battle Sister one is definitely looking a lot better in terms of like just the overall feel of the deck, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we have Fromage there, pretty cool. And then we have the Grade 2 Battle Sister, Trifle, I think it is. Yeah? Is it Trifle? I imagine so. They all have this thing, don't they, where it's like, they're based on pastries, I think, or something like that. I can't remember, but I know they've got like a gimmick with the names or something like that. So yeah, very, very cool. Very clean artwork as well. I like how this one's like just centered and it just looks really, really clean. Very nice. So that's pretty cool. And then we have the Grade 1 Battle Sister, the triple rare foiling. Very cool. I like how this is just a solid +1 if you just see a Battle Sister. It's just really, really nice. So can line up pretty perfectly with some different types of cards. And then we have the reprints with Choquette. Nice to see this is a triple rare because it was common before. So it's nice to see some of these cards that had no foiling at all of a sudden have foiling pattern in this set. So that's pretty cool to have. And then we also have, which one's this one called? Cassata, something like that. Apologies if I get some of these names wrong, but I don't usually pronounce the names too often. Yeah, this Battle Sister is very, very good. Gets 10,000 power when you reveal a trigger. And yeah, it's I was actually looking for this when I was building Susanoo last year, but this was a promo in Japan, and we just didn't get it in English until now. So yeah, it's still good though. Obviously, it's Battle Sister, so you're going to play it in the Battle Sister deck, but it's just a good card overall because it's just very chunky in terms of a booster. And then we have Panatone. Of course, Panatone was a promo. I can't exactly remember what event it was that it came out in. It was like some sort of like regional or something like that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, this was very expensive. It was like £20, I think, £15, £20 for one copy. So this is a lot more accessible now and a lot easier to pick up. And it's also in foil, which is also very nice. So we have 4 copies of those. And then lastly, we have the Draw PG for Oracle Think Tank with Mist. Also pretty nice. And that is it for Clan Selection in terms of Volume 1 and Volume 2. So obviously a big chunk of cards there from Volume 2, and then a small set just because there was only the one clan in Volume 1 that I needed, but then I needed 2 clans in Volume 2. So yeah, we have piles of cards to play around with. So lastly, this was the additional thing that I was going to show, because I wasn't actually going to show this originally, but it did arrive faster than I thought it would. But I actually got some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff here. Now, Dragoonity is actually one of my favorite archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh! But I don't necessarily play a modern day Dragoonity deck. I play like a tribal themed deck because I mainly play casual Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't really play it competitively. I think the one time when I tried playing the game competitively, it was when Duelist Alliance came out with what was it, Burning Abyss, Shadol, and Satellarknight. And in case you had to guess, I did play Satellarknight back then. But yeah, I think it was 2014 Duelist Alliance, and I played competitively for about 3 months before I just stopped because I just couldn't keep up. Especially with constantly playing Satellarknight over and over again. I love Satellarknight as a deck, but it started getting degrading after about 3 months of play. I could have swapped deck, but I didn't really feel like changing over to anything competitive wise. But in terms of archetypes in general, Dragoonity was actually one of the archetypes that I picked up when I returned to Yu-Gi-Oh! After I took like a long break during like school and college. But yeah, Dragoonity was one of the first archetypes I returned back to the game with. So they do hold a soft spot on my heart, but they also do just look really badass and really cool. And like I said, I like to stick to a tribal theme with Dragoonity because I believe the modern day Dragoonity, more so than before, is very combo orientated, and I'm just not a fan on combo decks. So yeah, I try to stick to like an aggro strategy by keeping it just Dragoonity names only, and try playing it that way, which I think is a lot more fun when it comes to like a casual setting and just playing the game with your friends. So yeah, it is what it is. But to each their own, basically. As long as you're having fun with the game in your own way, that's all that matters. So yeah, so we got this new Dragoonity Synchro, level 10. Oh yeah, one thing I want to point out, by the way, it's really shitty that Konami put these cards in an actual set rather than making the structure deck, because this would have been way cheaper if I just had the structure deck, because Japan got one, but yeah, they just put the Dragoonity cards in a set with random pull rates, and now they're just more expensive now unnecessarily. So yeah, so that's irritating, but I was going to pick them up regardless, so it is what it is, I guess, but it is annoying to say the least. So yeah, we have this new Dragoonity Synchro. He's pretty cool. I won't go over the effects in that because not everyone's going to be interested in this sort of stuff. But I wanted to show it because it arrived, and yeah, it's something a bit different to show you guys besides on Vanguard. So yeah, we have the new Armogram. I believe it's like an upgraded version of the Levitin monster from the structure deck. So that's pretty cool. And this fucker, this was the expensive one. Remus. Yeah, he was I think he ranges between like 18 and 20, I think. Or it might be 15 and 20. Because prices were fluctuating all over the place, but mine was a little bit more expensive because I bought my entire lot of cards from one seller, which is why everything sort of arrived at the same time. So I don't mind paying a bit more of a premium price if it means that I can get everything in one clump. So that's fine with me. But yeah, this guy is basically a Dragon Ravine Searcher, and he's just a really good tuner monster for the deck and the archetype. So yeah, I can see why it's expensive, but it just sucks, man. That it's it just sucks that these could have been cheap, but they just ended up being expensive cards because they're just hard to pull from the Ghost from the Past set. Then we have Dragoonity Glow. This is like a search card for the high level Dragoonities, which is pretty sick. I think it also has a graveyard effect as well. Then we have Dragoonity Whirlwind. This one special summons something from the deck, I think, and allows you to synchro summon like instantly, which is very, very cool. So yeah, thematically, in terms of like tribal theme cards, these cards are just really solid and just really powerful. It really gives Dragoonity just a power spike. I mean, competitively, I'm not too sure. I think some of the cards are used, like the Tutor Monster, but in terms of the other cards, I don't think this one's used that much. Maybe it's like a one-off, maybe, but I don't know. But it has like recycling power, and it makes it so that your opponent can't respond to your attacks. So that's kind of cool, I guess. And then we have the trap card, Dragoonity Obulate. Basically a counter trap. I might run like one or two of these, maybe, because like I said, I usually stick to the tribal theme. And then I have the Legatus, which is like the Legionnaire upgrade, I think he's called, if I remember. This one's in a different sleeve because I had to order this one from Big Orbit, and because I ordered all of these from Card Market, and then I got this one from Big Orbit because the Card Market seller didn't have any of these in stock. So yeah, but I got these at a decent price. I mean, it's still expensive, but I've got all the cards now for Dragoonity, so that's fine. So I'm not really in particularly of need anything anymore for Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless they bring up more Dark Magician stuff at some point. But yeah, I thought I'd show you guys something a bit different to Vanguard, since this also arrived in the mail today with everything else. So yeah, as you can see, just got a bunch of clan section cards, which is very cool. So do expect some deck profiles. Yeah, do expect actually some content soon, because I have been dry for the most part because I just haven't been able to pick anything up because of the mail delays and such. But yeah, I hope this was a nice treat to see the Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well as the Vanguard stuff. Playing multiple card games is possible, by the way. It just requires an arm and a leg sometimes, but yeah, that's it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I can see that Beam's returning. So yeah, I tell you, I need to plan these a bit better, but there it is. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. So like always, this is Guardian 285 signing out. Take care, guys.